Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. My name is Varrix and today we're going to be going over 10 beginner tips for survivors in Dead by Daylight. These tips will help you stay alive and survive. Let's get started. One thing that is very important when you start playing Dead by Daylight is choosing your starting survivor. This is the survivor that you main and the one you level up first. I would highly recommend choosing Claudette because of her amazing self-heal ability, as it really makes the game easier. Running self-care forgives the errors that you can make by allowing you to heal from injured to full health, without consuming or using a medkit or needing another player. She's also basically a ninja, so that's another plus. Another bit of information that is tied to character progression is teachable perks. Teachable perks are perks that survivors can learn, like all of the others, through the blood web. The difference is these teachable perks now have a chance to appear in all other survivors' blood webs as well. For example, if I wanted self-care on my Meg, I would need to learn self-care from Claudette's blood web first. The alternative to this process, however, would be to purchase the perk through the Shrine of Secrets. The shrine sells new perks each week for iridescent shards. If you're lucky, the one you're looking for might just show up. Once you get into a game, you're going to want to look for generators. Generators are the primary objective in Dead by Daylight. Completing 5 of them powers the exit gates and gives you the opportunity to escape and win. Generators with flickering lights are not yet completed, while generators with lights that are turned on have already been completed by other survivors. Additionally, on some maps, like the game, the meat plant, completing generators also opens new doors and ways to move around the map. While you are moving around the map, you may encounter a pile of bones called a killer totem. Totems give blood point rewards for whoever cleanses them. Once in a while though, you'll find a totem that's lit up with candles and on fire. This happens when a killer brings in a hex perk. The lit up totem is attached to one of the hex perks in the game. You want to break this as soon as possible, as it will put the killer at a major disadvantage as it just lost one of its 4 perks. Inevitably, when you're roaming around the map and doing objectives, you're going to encounter the killer. Obviously you want to try to stay away from the killer, but sometimes that's not possible. Once the killer is chasing you, there are 3 easy ways to get distance from the killer. Exhaustion perks like Sprint Burst and Balanced Landing, pallets, and windows. Those are the 3 easiest ways. When using a pallet or windows, however, try to stay away from vaulting back and forth over and over. When you loop pallets and windows, it allows the killer a chance to catch up and chase you. Be careful about looping pallets, because if a killer gets too close, he will lunge and hit you, or worse, grab you off the pallet. If you decide you want a pallet loop, make sure after you get hit you move on to a different pallet to retain the distance from the killer. As for windows, if you vault over the same one too many times, the window will be blocked off by the entity, and that can lead to the killer catching up and downing you. If a killer catches you during a match, you're going to be brought to the hook. While you are in his arms, you can attempt to wiggle free, but if that does not work, you're going to be hooked. The last thing you want to do when you're hooked is try to struggle. Unless there is no hope left for you, no survivors are coming to rescue you, and you're done for, never struggle. When you struggle, it reduces your time left on the hook by 1/3. When that time runs out, you die. You want to stay alive on that hook as long as possible, therefore maximizing your chance of rescue by other survivors. Just don't struggle. When you escape a hook, the first thing you want to do is either heal or hide. If there's a survivor near you, the one that just rescued you, you can try to heal from him. Make sure to heal as long as the killer is not close. Usually though, I would recommend getting away from the place where you were rescued, because that's usually where the killer goes back to. If you end up hiding somewhere, make sure to pay attention to crows. If you walk or sprint past crows, they go up into the air, making tons of noise and potentially alerting a good killer to your location. Additionally, if you stay in one place for too long, crows will hover over your head and follow you around for a short time, also making noise, as well as giving the killer a noise alert. Loud noise alerts give the killer a visual pop-up where you are located. Noise alerts happen whenever you fast vault a pallet or window, fail a skill check, or jump in and out of a locker quickly. You want to avoid doing these actions unless you are in a chase and the killer already is aware of your location. After the 5 gens are complete, the exit gates become powered. All other gens also light up and instantly become complete. Once the power is restored, you and the other remaining survivors want to split up and go and open both of the 2 exit doors located on the map. Once you open those, you are free to escape and to win. If you are the last survivor alive and there are at least 2 gens done, you can access the escape hatch. The hatch is located somewhere on the level and you can instantly escape by jumping through it. This works really well if you're against a good killer and you don't want to do the other 3 gens, as it's a lot safer and a lot easier. Well guys, I hope I helped you out with these beginning survivor tips for Dead by Daylight. Make sure to leave a like if this helped you out. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my other Dead by Daylight tutorials. They're really helpful. Thank you all for watching, and as always, make sure to subscribe to get notified whenever I post new content. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.